So guys, we're very excited. Century Martial Arts, this is our 50th anniversary. 50 years is incredible for any business to make, right? 26 of that has been spent with Maya and the Martial Arts Industry Association, and it would not be possible for us to have 50 years with our company if it wasn't for partners like you guys. The things that we've done over 50 years, how we have professionalized the martial arts industry, is something worth all of us being proud of. So you guys give yourself a round of applause as well. As Mr. Metzger mentioned, I'm going to run you guys through some new products, get the opportunity to do that every year. But also, I'm going to give you guys a state of the industry report. But first, I know this is kind of the time of day whenever you guys have been listening to these guys talk all day long. Everyone's a little tired, and we're excited to get to this evening's festivities. So we are going to do a giveaway here. What's your name, ma'am? Brittany. It's Brittany. We have some products that we're going to release this year that are celebrating our 50th anniversary. First one's this new uniform. There's another one out by our booth if you want to come see. It's very special. It's developed. It's got a rash guard on the inside of it. Makes it real comfortable. Nice. It's made of a special Dobby weave fabric. It's very nice, and it is yours if you help me do this for this other product. You ready? But you got to break a board.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. It's Rob Campbell, one of your mini martial artists who works at Century Martial Arts. He's going to hold it for you. Are you ready, ma'am? Okay. Let's see.
All right, all right.
Some punch. You're good. If you're a martial artist, you can do it, all right? You ready?
Superman punch.
She's going to hold anything. Be careful. Hit the board. Yep. Ready? Just like you're doing a belt test. It's probably done. I know it at Dominion, I know. But yep.
Hey!
So, we're always trying to make new products that are exciting, guys. And one of these new boards are going to be coming out. They're part of something to make it. They are something to make board breaking a lot more exciting. We're going to do some breakathons in the coming years. And these things are incredible for kids. You guys see? I know this is just a fun way to show it, but these things are so much fun for kids. If you have normal breaking, you guys know that that's a deal closer for people, helps to get new sign-ups. And when parents and kids get that kind of experience, it's really exciting for them, okay? So, run you through a couple more things we have. For you guys to have some more exciting uniform options for upgrades and things like that, if you guys have ever seen the sponsored teams that we have for Team Paul Mitchell, we have a lot of teams in Europe. We have these fighter uniforms. They're 100% customized uniforms. We have now developed a way to offer this to all of you guys as our customers. We have two options for them. We have one that is made overseas that can help you guys. That's a lower cost option, but it's good quality, that same quality that we use for our stock programs. And then we are also having a US made version of that. So it's taking some time for us to develop that in-house, but we're going to manufacture that in Oklahoma. So it's a very short lead time, just takes 2 to 3 weeks to get those to you guys. And it's a fully custom with your guys' schools if you guys would like them. So that program is out now. You guys can stop by our booth and ask about it, and we can start designing for you guys today. The other thing, just last year in July, whenever I came to this event, you guys remember the country and all of us have been through a lot of change recently. And a lot of change for uncertainty when it comes to manufacturers and the supplies that you guys depend on for your schools comes with where you manufacture things. So I was asked by a lot of customers, and we have the capability to manufacture things in America. And we do for a lot of our products. But one thing we don't do well in America is we make our uniforms. So I was asked, and we have delivered. We have made, first time since the 80s and 90s, our first student uniform that's fully manufactured inside the United States. It's not dependent on any other country or anything like that. And so if you guys would like to offer those and have something that is truly made in the USA and be able to say that, you have that available. Yes, we're one of the very few left that still do it, and we will continue to do it. And the next thing is, if you haven't seen by our booth, we're very excited about, for the first time, being able to gamify the martial arts schools, to give kids, and for anybody else who's interested in kind of tracking and monitoring their training progress, the ability to do so. It took us a long time to figure out how we were going to do this with our technology. You guys have been there, wearables and working out, and all of that has been around for many years now. But for us as martial artists, there's certain things we need, and we wanted something that you couldn't fake, right? So some of these things with power and things like this, you need to know things that a Apple Watch is just not going to be able to tell you. Ours is foam-based, this technology, and if you haven't been out there, the very first thing we have was we've revamped this 2020 Armor vest, the Century 2020 gamified vest. These vests come with 20 different games inside of the app, and 10 of those games can be done solo with the training. You can put one of these on a bob, or you can have a kid wear it, and you can have immediate results. You can use it independent of an app, so you don't have to be looking at a screen, because we all know when we train, we don't need a TV screen conveniently by us. You don't even need one near you. You can do it on the vest, or you can do the thing on the phone, and you can share it. You guys can keep leaderboards. You can have competitions in your schools, and you can even set up entire tournaments. The other 10 games are all associated with pairing it to each other for sparring and for kids to have paired up activities with each other. It's an incredible experience for kids. It's a different way. And we just spent the last year driving $200 out of the cost of these from when we first got them delivered to us. These have been on the market before, but they used to be $700. So we're proud that we're now going to give them to you guys as our wholesale customers for $299. It's a much cheaper price, okay? And later this year in July, we're going to be releasing the first ever version, put this technology inside of our bags. So it will be a 2020 Wavemaster. The very first version of this will have 3 games loaded into it. Again, connects with the same app. All of this is right there. And we understand everybody who in here has so many subscriptions in their life that they just are tired of them, right? So our app is going to be completely free. There is no getting in there and having to pay more. Once you buy this product, you'll have it. You download the app for free, and you can track things for your customers. We'll make different iterations, more aimed at the schools, the first one to get into the market. But the other thing is, how many people in here have a Bob or a Wavemaster? Okay. You don't have to pay the full price because you already have the base that fits this product. You can just buy the top of it and put it on top of the product that you already have. So it's going to save you guys a substantial amount of money as an option for you guys to put that in your schools. Okay?
Yeah.
So, get to the state of the industry. As Mr. Metzger and many others have been talking about, there's kind of a sentiment, I feel like, in the industry and amongst you guys, the questions he asked earlier, that things are down. Schools aren't doing as well. And the one thing I want to make sure and reiterate to you guys is that it's not necessarily a martial arts is down, okay? There is a divide in the country, in our economy, between the wealth divide. And unfortunately, some of our students in martial arts, they fall into the lower half. There is an economic issue associated with that. Century, very transparently, we're also down. But it's down in volume, and it's down in a price sensitivity associated with the market that we all work in. Okay, it's not necessarily, and it's across the board. It's not just martial arts has a problem. It's everyone has a problem if they're in a certain type of service. So some of these interesting metrics, we've done both a school survey. Oh no, my graph is not showing up here. Brian. This would be a problem. You guys get to see this, but there is a graph that should be here. So first off, how big is our industry? Our industry is made up of 72,000 schools inside the United States. That's a number that a lot of people ask us. This is substantiated not by Century. This is an outside industry report. It is accurate. And the other thing that I would point out here is that a lot of people always ask, because jiu-jitsu has become kind of a phenomenon. Jiu-jitsu, people think it's taken over the market. The truth is, jiu-jitsu is actually only 22% of the market still. Okay, 34% of the market is still traditional martial arts school. It is still vastly the largest group within the martial arts. These other segments are growing, something to pay attention to, and jiu-jitsu, you can't deny it. It's growing, but it's an adult-oriented martial art. And you couple that with MMA, those two are becoming quite a bit. I don't know if all these can show up or not. It's okay if you use that one. Oh, they didn't come to me. Brian has gone and screwed up the whole thing. No. I am going to email, I'm going to email this to everybody who's participated. There's a longer version of these two, so you guys can study them, look at them on your own. But if we just have to go through the slides of it. Oh, they didn't pull through. That one. Okay. I'll run through these. But the PDFs we send you guys, they'll have all those. Don't worry about it. The important stuff so I can talk. I got it memorized. The other thing, so this is not on here, but it is on the graph that didn't show up. The interesting thing about traditional schools versus jiu-jitsu schools, the profit margin by the industry as a whole on jiu-jitsu versus traditional. Traditionals are actually pull in a profit margin of 19% compared to jiu-jitsu schools, which come at a 10% profit margin. It's across the board. The other thing is that we all, I think, share this, is that wages is by far our most expensive aspect of our school and how we function. 35% of the weight of our expenses are attributed towards wages. Youth is something that still completely dominates our market and our category for all of your schools. If that's not the case, then you should be adding that aspect into your schools. It's on average that 60% of the schools, the students, are made up of youth. Jiu-jitsu, that goes into 16% are only youth. So it's quite different when you start getting into these adult martial arts. The other thing, the top 4 states make up 31% of all schools in the United States. 31% of all martial arts schools are located in Texas, Florida, New Jersey, and California. For us, I was incredibly surprised by that. That is a really large market share. When you look at any other industry, it's not as concentrated as that. But for the martial arts, it is. You'll find them in most of those areas. So these next couple graphs, we asked a bunch of martial arts school owners, if you guys haven't had an opportunity to take this survey, we'd appreciate you guys being part of it. It's all blind information, but it's the only way for us to get a real pulse on this group, right, and all the other martial arts schools in the U.S. that we serve, to truly tell kind of what is everyone thinking. So what does it look like in everyone's sentiment for this year versus next year? What is our outlook on things? And we all think, we know that there's some negativity, like we just said, but I think that that's really, really grounded in the fact that everyone thinks it's isolated to martial arts, and I can tell you it's across the board. It's all industries. It's manufacturing, it's services, it's travel, it's everything is experiencing this because there's just so much chaos. We went from COVID to tariffs, now we're in a war situation. It's a lot of chaos that provides uncertainty. When you have uncertainty, discretionary income immediately takes a hit. And that's what you guys are feeling. But it doesn't mean that it'll last forever. It just takes one good news piece to make everything back upbeat. If you guys saw that, I mean, just think about the days that COVID was over. Yes, it was a little bit different, but we had so much negativity, the market just immediately flooded with getting back to normal and getting things where they once were. So that is on the horizon. The other thing, the median age range, guys, again, 77%, so even larger with our group of martial arts schools that we serve at Century. And then the biggest commercial gap, so new student acquisition, by far the number one thing that everyone's talking about. Okay, so if you are thinking about, am I getting new students? How do I get more students? That continues to be the number one thing across all customers in martial arts that they think helps drive that. I think that Mr. Metzger and the Maya team would tell you guys that's not the only thing you guys should be focusing on. Okay, retention is just as important, but everyone is thinking about, how do I get new students? How do I get new students? Things change, and Ms. Rodriguez will be able to back this up, but things change in our marketing all the time. These very large companies we work with, the Googles, the Facebooks, the YouTube, all of these things, they change their algorithms. It changes our lead metrics. It changes things regularly. And now we have the introduction of AI. It's always staying on top of those things. And if you guys continue to stay on top of it and you work with teams, you have to try new things, you'll continue to see your leads grow, okay? And the biggest thing that separates big schools and small schools, if you guys are not doing a good job about your upgrade programs, that is the number one thing that I would tell you is the biggest difference between what a small school doesn't do well and what a big school does do well, okay? And the other thing, on average, 86% of all the schools that we surveyed, over 100 schools, they're charging at least $125 or more on their memberships, okay? So we always preach, you need to charge your value. The service that you're giving your students, you need to be charging that. You guys should be proud of the service that you're giving and make sure that you're substantiating it with your membership fees. So that's kind of the gist of this, the highlights of this. I've got a much longer version of these that I'll actually print out. I will make sure that everybody gets a copy of that. We'll email it out to everybody who participated. It's got all kinds of information for where the audiences are that you guys should be doing ad work, where people are paying attention to for everything from MMA to Taekwondo to all the different niches, and does that to you. But most of all, we want to help. We just want to have you guys celebrate our 50th anniversary this year. It really would not be possible without you guys. This story started in my grandfather's garage. I'm obviously wish I was 50 years old to still look like this, but no, I was not been here for the history of our company along the way. I owe it to you guys and to a lot of our customers, people like Metzger, everybody else. All the schools have been our customer for so many years, and so we're gonna have a great year celebrating that. And just thank you guys so much for everything you do.
Thank you, sir.
Before we take off, don't go anywhere because Perry's got to give everyone directions, including me. I don't know where we're going. He's saying no, like you guys know, somebody's going to have to assist me and tell me what tram I pick up to get to Terminal C. But listen, I can't stress this enough. If you're in business, there's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. The goal for us is to make our down months what used to be our best months. And I also wish Mike or Jamie or anyone from the Century team, I wish they would enlighten you to realize how the Maya Elite group is so far ahead of the industry, but we live in a bubble. So when you're sitting in a room with school owners that are doing $1 million+ a year, 800,000 more a year, 2 million a year, and you're feeling down on yourself because you're doing $360,000 a year, 400, and you feel like, you know, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses. I got to make changes. I got to try something else. I got to do this. It's because you live in a bubble. You live in a bubble in this room and with this group amongst the top martial arts schools in the world, as Perry said at the beginning. And you just don't have any idea that the average, by the way, if you read the fine print on the survey with the new students, did anybody read the fine print at the bottom as far as what the median school enrolls? Did anyone read that? Raise your hand if you read the bottom. What did it say, sir? Did you see it? Well, 70% of the schools have less than 100 active students, but on the enrollments in the fine print, Ms. Chapman, what did it say? 3 students a month. The median school is enrolling 3 students a month. I can promise you the median in this room is nowhere near 3 students a month. Nowhere near. And this is why I love the family and the support and the history that I'm part of as a martial artist and a school owner with Century. And I can't imagine why every martial arts school practitioner, professional, or owner wouldn't want to be part of you forever. I don't understand why. I do understand, I know why, but I don't understand why. And the know why is when you're not doing well or when there's a down, you panic. And fear and emotion take over, and you go look for the next shiny object. You go look for something that, you know, is going to fix things. And the only thing that's going to fix things is stay the course, follow the systems. It's not hyperbole, it's proven, and it's proven by all of you in this room. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I was just going to add, a fact that I forgot to tell you guys is if you are in this room, if you're a Maya Elite member, you actually are doing better 3 to 1 outsell all the rest of the martial arts groups in our systems, okay? And if you are a CMA customer, you actually do 3 times even that level. So that's an important metric for you guys to know. For the success that you guys have compared to the rest of the industry, you are significantly outperforming everybody else.
So I just want to make sure everybody understood that. So in their system, in their metric, all of Century martial arts schools that they work with, they know that if somebody joins Elite, on average, you're going to outspend 3 to 1 to all the other schools. And if you're a CMA affiliate, 3 times that amount. Is that what you said? 3 times that amount. We, not me, we know what we're doing, guys. And it's your mental roadblocks that stop you. It's your fear that stops you. It's your panic that stops you. It's your second guessing that stops you. But I tell this to my own daughters and my family and everybody. It doesn't matter how you feel. The numbers don't lie. So stop thinking or guessing that you know more than the data, because you don't.